Okay, cool. So here's my talk, and just want to give you a little set your expectations correctly. The universe is your chiropractor. I'm speaking about entrepreneurs, but you could really think about this from any level of the organization that you work in, because sometimes crappy things happen. So I'm RANA. I'm a Virgo. I'm a tennis player. I love shoes, and I'm a little stubborn. So I also would say that about 6 months ago, I really didn't believe in the idea of fate or anything related to that. But now, as you'll see in the deck, that's changed a little bit. So I had, like I'm sure a lot of you, a plan. And I really thought that if you were organized and you thought about your plan, that things would just happen the way that you imagined them. And I was a little, I think I was really married to this idea. So I thought about my plan. And my plan included go to college, work really hard, really, really hard. Be kind, learn as much as possible from everyone that you encounter, and you'd win. So that seemed like a pretty good plan to me. And I attempted to do that and tried a bunch of, different jobs. They included stints in politics, entertainment, tech, VC, and mobile. And interestingly, as I realize now, it took some failures in each of these to get me down to where I am in mobile, but I didn't really think about it like that. I thought this was sort of my path, and I was following the plan. And it seemed like it was going well. I started a company, I bought the shoes that I'm wearing today, raised a bunch of VC money, got a really sweet office here in New York, and I thought, okay, this is going great. And then all of a sudden, not according to plan, it wasn't going so well for me. So this is something that, I understand now there are things that happen that you have absolutely no control over, and no matter how prepared you are, it doesn't matter. So unfortunately, in the summertime, I was, doing what I thought, just everything was going well, and I got in a super bad car accident. So I was in the hospital all by myself. I had a lot of time to think, and I was sort of thinking about my life and what I had done, and I realized, you know what? I built a company. I built it to a pretty big scale, and I'm not happy here. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to write a book. So back to win. I thought, okay, cool. Well, I'm glad that I had that time to spend by myself and think about, what I was doing. But, I didn't expect the next thing to happen. I was at Macworld, and I got attacked by a bunch of people, and they beat the hell out of me. So I had just taken a CEO position, and we were going to announce it at Macworld, and I realized, wow, I'm not supposed to take this job. So instead of announcing it, we had a press release, everything was ready to go, and I was like, nope, not going to do it. That sucked. But that being said, now that I've had another time to kind of think about it and reflect, I realize it's sort of interesting. The more stubborn you are, the bigger the signs have to be that you're not supposed to be doing things that you're working on. So I kind of take that as, I take that on the chin. But so this is what I've learned from this. No matter how much you plan, how much money you spend, no matter how much you think you've wasted doing something, sometimes things that are out of your control, you just can't dwell on. It's not worth it. Life is short. You've got to do, whatever it is, and you can never regret the things that your errors. Because honestly, I find, based on my limited time on this planet, there are things that happen, and you don't know until later on what the purpose of that was. It sounds like a cliche, but I promise you it's true. And so please learn from your mistakes. I say this really seriously. I hope if you take anything away from this, learn from your mistakes, because what's the point of all this stuff if you're not going to take a really important lesson away from that? So this is something related to entrepreneurs. I hope anyone in here who's trying something, or even if you're just in an organization, just keep going, because there is a path for you, and you might not know what it is. And I actually have a reason for saying that, and it's because these things that happen to you, you're the only one that can control these things. And I love this. The universe can only say yes to you. So if you go about thinking, oh, man, I really screwed that up, and I'm never going to have that chance back. Sorry, you probably won't. You've got to have a positive attitude. So don't ever feel sorry for yourself, because life is hard. So you just got to make sure, everyone in this room has a story. Everyone has something that's happened to them that's not exactly their favorite story to tell. So just, you've got to just know that these are all experiences that you build on. And so this is kind of what I mean. I kind of view this as the things that happen to you, they reposition you, they put you in positions where you weren't before these things happen. And I mean, and negative things aren't your favorite thing to reflect on, but I think people have kind of short memory, and they don't remember, well, you know what, I was really unhappy when that thing happened to me, but it led me to where I am here. And I actually think this is really true. You are the only one that has your set of experiences and your set of passions. And when you combine that together, you can really be indispensable. So this is my gift to you. I'm sorry these things happened to me, but I hope that you guys can take something away from them. And if you want to talk about anything that's going on, I hope that you'll use me as a resource. Thanks so much.